stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The consumer's strong. They've stayed strong, and I think you said that just a little bit ago. Anybody who bets against the American consumer is going to lose.
Yeah, they're strong, very strong. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. So strong, this morning we had some bad news which rallied the market. That's right, bad news is good news for the stock market. Now remember, the market this morning on the open went up over 300 points because Powell said this economy really sucks. Oh, but he didn't say sucks. He said the economy, okay, he's not quite sure about it. He's a little confused. He doesn't think it's as good as everyone's saying it is. Yeah, Powell, he's very uncertain, he said, about the economy. And he encourages Congress to please keep passing these stimulus packages so we can keep rallying the stock. Oh, I'm sorry. Help the people. Help the people. So the market goes up 300 points this morning based on stimulus. Because the economy's so bad, they need to stimulate it. And this is what's been going on for 12 years. Every time you do QE, stock buybacks, all stimulation, just keep stimulating. You don't need profits anymore. I mean, anybody that hasn't been in this market or is not in the market, you got to be out of your mind. You got to be crazy. I mean, where else can you go and find a market like this? I mean, you can't. I mean, just you can have a country that's in such bad shape and the stock market just keeps going up. You can have credit card holders. Remember, we've got 189 million people hold a credit card. Now, 189 people, they have a total of 511 million cards. Imagine having 511 million cards. That's how many people, that's how many cards we're holding. That's ridiculous. Total debts, 893 billion. But let's think about it. 23% of credit card debt, these debtors, they've added to their credit card debt during this pandemic. So they've added 23% to their credit card debt during the pandemic. But then they tell you over Friday, Black Friday, look at this. Look how resilient the consumer is. He's outspending. No, he's not outspending. He's out drowning himself in debt. He's out drowning himself in debt. But the narrative comes back to us through the fake Business News Network. Wow, isn't he resilient? He just added another 23% debt to his credit card. He's resilient. Are you kidding? 7 million Americans are 90 days behind in auto loan payments. By January, renters, think about it, are going to owe $70 billion in unpaid rent. That's around the corner. $70 billion in unpaid debt. They can't pay their rent. Hell, use your credit card. What's wrong with you? Go get another credit card. Are you stupid? Go get a credit card. Pay your rent. Just keep printing like the government does. This is amazing, isn't it? And the market hits an all-time new high again. Auto loans. $1.3 trillion is owed in auto loans. That's unbelievable. So, auto debt since 2008 is increased by 81% because anybody can get a car. You don't need credit anymore. You don't need a credit card for a down payment. You need nothing. But the consumer, they're saying this is the consumer's being resilient. This is all about the consumer being resilient. He's resilient, remember. The economy's so good. Now, according to the fake Business News Network, of course, the economy's fantastic. We have never seen such an economy like this. Just keeps rebounding. Really? Then why is it that car loan defaults are at a record high? Why aren't they using their credit card to pay the debt? Pay the payment, for heaven's sakes. Go get another credit card. Why aren't you making your payments, you dope? Get a credit card. Get 4 or 5 of them, 6, 7. Who cares? Keep piling up because they're calling you resilient. That's called resilient. That's calling you resilient when you can't pay your rent. Yeah, you owe $70 billion. They call you resilient when you're behind on your car loan, and they're calling you resilient when mortgage payments. You're behind on your mortgage payments. Yes, 2 to 3 million people, about 2.5 million people are 30 to 120 days behind. They can't make their mortgage payment. So you got 70 billion in unpaid rent. You got 2.5 million people are 30 to 120 days behind on their mortgage payment, but everything's fine. Yeah, they're resilient. And the stock market went up today on all this bad news. Because why? Oh, because they're going to need more stimulus because things suck so bad. More stimulus. The market goes up. Let's keep going. Buy that market, man. 26% drop in home values are going to be for 2021. Don't worry about it. When your house starts going down because you ran out and bought a house in April or May or June, or let's just go from May to November, you bought a house. You paid 30% too much for it. Don't worry about it. Let it drop 30%. You got a credit card. You can fix that. You're not going to live any different. Just take your credit card. Go spend. Who cares? God is just stupid, isn't it? I can't believe we're even talking about how stupid this is. Housing prices, remember, peaked in early 2006, started declining in 2006, 2007. The crash came in 2008. Okay, and then the housing prices reached new lows in 2012. But everybody's saying it's different this time. It's different. It's not going to happen this time. It's different. The only reason why housing prices went up, okay, so fast is because there's no inventory. Because the builders know the economy sucks, so they're not building any inventory. They're not building inventory because the economy's terrible. But yeah, they got all these home sales. Well, of course. Now think about it. Housing sales are at historic. Amazing the amount of houses, new homes they're building and selling. It's historic. It's crazy, isn't it? Unbelievable. So what's going to happen with, oh, by the way, corporate debt? Don't worry. 4.6 trillion of a historic 10 trillion in corporate debt is due. Think about it. $10 trillion is due in corporate debt. We've never had 10 trillion in corporate debt. It's historic. 4 trillion is due. They're all going to use their credit cards. All the CEOs going to go get some credit cards, pay off their debt. Why not? Keep printing money, use credit cards. God, what a wonderful nation we are. We're just going to keep rocking along here. U.S. companies are going bust at the fastest pace since the Great Depression. Let me say this again. U.S. companies are going bust at the fastest pace since the Great Depression. How can that be when they got credit cards? If you got a credit card, how come companies are going bust? Get some credit cards, you stupid CEOs. Everybody else is. My Lord. So think about it. They're calling for the Federal Reserve to print $625 billion a week or $2.5 trillion a month to try to prevent U.S. companies from going bust. So here we are printing $625 billion a week, $2.5 trillion, so a company won't go bankrupt. The Federal Reserve goes in and buys their debt. Hell, I think they give them a credit card, don't they? If they buy their debts, here's a credit card from us, from our bank. Go ahead, here, 3 credit cards, pick a card. Pick any card you want. This is what's going on. And they're telling us we are resilient. Wow. I think we're dumb, not resilient. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance and long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. Remember, every Friday, I put up on my YouTube channel where it says My Take on the Economy. Free. My Take on the Economy. That's every Friday. So subscribe, and you'll get your notification. Every Friday, I have it posted for my take on what is going to happen with the stock market. That's pretty good. And very seldom is it wrong. Most of the time, we're right on. Now, remember, you can also sign up for 10 days free. Get a membership. Your color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to short. When to short. Switch your position. Make money as the market's going down. So easy to do. With the technology we have, the color-coded technology, so easy to do. So check it out. And remember, you can listen to my show on my YouTube channel. It's archived as well. Okay. Are you sitting down for this? Listen to this. You got to be nuts, or this guy's got to be nuts. Let me get it here. There we go. Listen to this.
The Fed and or the Treasury has stock investors' backs. That in 2008 and in March of this year, that if we have big collapses, we're going to see fiscal and monetary relief. In other words, markets are protected.
Wow. Markets are protected. Sell your house, sell your kids, sell your car, get cash, buy markets. They're protected. They're protected. You'll never lose money. Did you hear that? The Federal Reserve is going to protect you every time the market comes down. Now, it's been right for 12 years. Been right for 12 years, okay, protecting the market. Wow. I mean, why are you working? Why aren't you quitting your job? Okay, go rob a bank, quit your job, take the money that you rob a bank with, and just trade. Just stay at home. But put your money in the stock market because you are protected. Yes, what a nice stock market. Oh, these are nice people on Wall Street. They decide to protect you. They're going to protect you. Such nice people. What are you, nuts? This is insane. This is insane. Look. We made this market. We're now, I think we put some sanity to the market by developing our color-coded technology chart, which tells you when to buy based on the institutional money. If it's going in and it turns green, you buy. If it's coming out, that means the stock's going to go down and it turns red. It's so easy. That's why I give it for 10 days free, because most people don't believe it. Sounds like a joke, but it works. It works. Check it out. It's free, for heaven's sakes, for 10 days. But listen to this. When we got out of the market Wednesday, right before the Thanksgiving, Wednesday was a half a day, I said, let's take some profits, our profits. So we shorted a stock. We were in a stock for a few days, EXEL, and we had a 13% return shorting. Just as easy as going long. Doesn't make any difference. Once you learn how to short, the world opens to you. Makes a difference in your whole financial life. Never will you have a 401k again. You'll say, why would I ever be in a 401k when the market goes down? I can't do anything. I have to sit there and act stupid. I got to sit there and be stupid. Keep calling my broker if I can get through. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Isn't that unbelievable? People are in 401ks, 180 million people, some crazy number like that just sit there and get slaughtered. Isn't that insane? When all you have to do is just switch your position. So now we also took profits on an oil company, 35%, BKR. Now, here's what I told my members. I said, look, we're going to have a breakout in the stock market because we've been going sideways for about 2-3 weeks. I said they're going to break out, trying to make new highs in the S&P. And I said, but what they're going to need is to break out, you're going to need an announcement. In fact, if you have a mobile device, you can look on my site right now. If you go, I'm putting up the spiders. I'll show you what I mean. SPY. Go to my stock site, philsgang.com. If you got a mobile device, and look at this for how long this market was going. It was a high of 364, and the low was around 353. So we went from 353 to 364. Finally broke out today, and I said to everybody during this time, matter of fact, I said this in November 12th. Okay, I said, well, here, I'll play it. I said this several times, and I was right. Well, look how long it's taken trying to break out here, because the institutions understand what I'm saying is true, that they know we're heading for one of the biggest crashes ever. But in the meantime, they can't even break out. So they're going to have a catalyst to break out. And the catalyst I believe that's going to break us out is once they announce, the Biden administration announced that they're going to have a stim. And that's exactly what happened this morning. Exactly what happened. Market opens up 300 points. Market breaks out because they announced a stimulus. Isn't this amazing? You can just sit here in the stock market and wait for stimulus. It's like waiting for a bus. Isn't that nice? You wait for a bus, and by the way, they're going to guarantee you now. Hear what this guy said? Hey, you're guaranteed, man. You're protected.
The Fed and or the Treasury has stock investors' backs. That in 2008 and in March of this year, that if we have big collapses, we're going to see fiscal and monetary relief. In other words, markets are protected.
Yeah, markets are protected now. Go with this guy. See how well you do. Markets are protected. This is crazy. Look, you want to be able to have a smooth transaction. What's that mean? If the market's going up, you want to be in it, right? The market goes down, you want to be in it. If you're only in the market when markets go up, you can't make money constantly. It's impossible. And I'll explain why when I get back, and why you need to make money when the market's going down. And it's so easy to do. I don't know why you don't do it. We'll be right back after this break. I guarantee you I'll be back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And remember, you can listen to my show on my YouTube channel, okay? And every Friday, I post on my YouTube channel where it says My Take on the market, and it's free. You can get my take on the stock market every Friday, so subscribe, and I'll give you a reminder. But remember, listen to my show on the YouTube channel. Listen to it, okay? It's archived, and you can listen to it live and anytime you want, especially when it's archived. All right, I want to talk a little bit about, okay, what is going on with this economy? What's really going to happen? Is there going to be a crash? Of course there's going to be a crash. But it doesn't matter to my members because we don't think about crashes. We come to work every day and we make deals in the market and we make money. It doesn't matter if the market goes up or the market goes down. And that's, I try to reach out to you for what now? 15 years? More than that, 20 years. Okay, trying to get you to join my gang where you will get a change in your financial life. Believe me, you'll have such a change. For the first time, wouldn't it be great that it doesn't matter if the stock comes down or not, or goes up? You're going to make money either way. And you got 10 days to prove it. I'll let you prove it to yourself. I give it to you free for 10 days. It works. Now, when you start learning how to short, and it's so easy to do, you're going to say, God, why have I waited so many years to learn how to short a stock? Now, nobody thinks about shorting because the market keeps going up. Well, let me predict something. We've had 12 years of this insane zero rates. Zero. And here's what happened. I want you to think about it. When the market crashed, remember two characters, Barney Frank and Dodd, those two characters? They headed up the House banking and Senate committee banking, House and Senate banking committees. These guys took more bribes from banks than anybody in history. Well, when the market crashed, we all know it was the banks that caused it. And so they wanted to come in and put new rules and regulations in. But right before they left, remember, they both quit, yet they made a fortune with bribes, because what happened was they were paid to make sure that the big banks, the commercial banks, there's 15, but let's talk about the 5 largest. Okay, they got a guarantee after the market crashed, that they got a guarantee from Dodd, okay, and Barney Frank, that they'll be too big to fail. Not to worry. You're never going to fail again. It will be up to Main Street to bail you out. That's how they screwed us. So think of what they've been doing with these zero rates. Remember how it works, where the money comes from. Remember, the Federal Reserve prints the money, but the money goes to the commercial banks. And they loan the money out. It's the commercial banks that loan the money out. Now remember, they got in all kinds of trouble. And remember, they almost all went out of business. Well, they protected the 5 biggest guys. And what have they been doing for the 12 years? Well, they were in partners, okay, with Congress. They're in partners with the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve keeps printing money and keeps buying trillions and trillions of dollars of treasuries every day to make sure interest stay at zero. Then they turn around and they loan money to corporations at zero, or a little bit above zero. So for 12 years, the stock market's gone up over 400% based on these 5 banks would loan money to corporations. Well, now there's a big problem. You know how we had the subprime problem that blew up the stock market? I'm predicting after 12 years of this insane zero rates, okay, we're going to have another blow up like the subprime mortgage, but it's going to be with these banks. Not the big banks. They're never going to break. They're going to be fine, because remember, they're going to be rigged, and you and I are going to bail them out. But we're going to have such a crash because what they have done in the last 12 years, loan money to corporations with terrible credit, just like they did with the housing. Remember the housing crash? You didn't have to have good credit. You didn't have to show you were working. They did the same thing now with the corporations. They would loan to the weakest corporations. They didn't care if their credit was good or bad. They didn't care. Because remember, they can't go down, these banks. They're protected. You and I are going to bail them out. So here it is 12 years later. Now the debt, corporate debt, we've never seen corporate debt this big. It's so huge. It's so huge that we have such a drag on this economy between the corporate debt and the national debt. It's just so big, the debt. So right now, of the 10 trillion, there's 4.6 trillion that's due. So here we got 4.6 trillion. We got 10 trillion is the whole debt for corporate debt. And this is very serious. So U.S. companies right now are going bust at the fastest pace since the Great Depression. Are you kidding? They're calling for the Federal Reserve to keep printing $625 billion a week, or $2.5 trillion a month, to make sure these corporations that the banks have been loaning to, who have lousy credit, make sure they don't go under. So what they do is they go in and they buy their debt to prop them up. That's what they've been doing. Now, they keep telling us how resilient our economy is and our consumer. Well, think about this. If the economy is so resilient and the recovery has been so good, then why is it that the fake Business News Network is not making no mention of the 305 banks that are in trouble this year, and no mention of the 65 banks went belly up? But even worse, you ever know when you go into the bank, see that little sign that says FDIC, we protect you? Remember, you go deposit your money, see that sign, FDIC, you're protected. Do not believe it. Ask the people who banked with the 65 banks that went belly up this year. Do not believe it. You're not protected. We protect you up to $250,000. Yeah, if you had the money. It's just like people are on pensions, right? You're guaranteed if their company went out of business, you still be paid, right? Same thing, insurance, but you don't get all of it. It's the same thing now. The FDIC, that narrative where we're going to issue your deposit or your money back immediately. Don't worry about it. We got you insured at $250 as a bunch of garbage. They don't. In fact, those banks, when they went down, they had to ask for emergency funding. The FDIC needed emergency funding because they don't have the money. They had just $41 billion in reserves against $6 trillion in insured deposits. So $6 trillion people had at the bank. They felt, hey, I'm protected. I am protected. I saw that big FDIC sign. Notice how they're on the counter, the big FDIC. I'm protected. No, you're not. Go ask the people who got caught in these banks. And more banks are going to go down. Not the 5 biggest banks. Dodd and Frank took bribes to make sure they're okay. They're never going to go down again. You and I are going to pay for that to make sure they don't go down. But think about that. The FDIC, you're supposed to be insured, but only if they have the money. And when they went down this year, the 65 banks, they didn't have the money. They didn't have the money. So they had to ask for emergency money. And not everybody got all their money back. You don't get all your money back. You get a portion. That's it. So that's one big lie. They tell you, yes, we're going to cover you. Don't worry about it. But in reality, if they don't have the money, they don't have to pay you. It's that simple. We'll be back after this break with some good stocks. Join my gang. It's free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Don't panic on the FDIC. I just got about 1,000 emails. Don't panic. Yes, the FDIC does protect you up to $250,000. But remember, Greece had the same situation. Remember when Greece went broke, all the banks went down? They had a similar guarantee. Well, guess what? You couldn't collect on it, just like pensions have a guarantee. They have an insurance fund, and same situation. You pay a little bit every month out of your money for insurance and to make sure you get guarantee. But guess what? When you're a company you were in, the company went broke, your pension, you're lucky you got 20% of it, 30% of it. When Greece went down, and everybody had money in their savings, remember what happened? They couldn't get it. They didn't get it all back. So I'm not saying the government's not going to give you your money. I'm just saying don't trust them. Why would you trust them? Oh, I know why. Because they guarantee you. Did you hear this? We're guaranteed. The markets are guaranteed now. Listen.
The Fed and or the Treasury has stock investors' backs. That in 2008 and in March of this year, that if we have big collapses, we're going to see fiscal and monetary relief. In other words, markets are protected.
You're protected now. Don't have to worry about the market going down. They're going to come protect you and run the market right back up. Hey, that's what they've been doing. So this idiot believes it. Look, that's why I don't depend, or do my gang members all around the country, all around the world. Not that we have a lot of people around the world, but we do have customers. Believe me, we have gang members. I'd say we got quite a few that are in Israel. Yeah, Israel. We got quite a few in Israel. We have quite a few in France. I don't know why. Canada. We have a lot in Canada. We got Philippines. We got people all around. But the point I'm making to you, look. I can't change what's going on. I can't change what's going on with this market or what's going on with the president. I can't change any of that. But we can make a change in the sense of we can help St. Jude, right? Research Hospital, we can help them. That's a good thing. And all we got to do is make some money to help them. I don't want any of my members. I always tell them, don't take money out of your pocket. Let's make money in the market, and then please help St. Jude. So the way you're going to make money in the market is when the handcuffs come off of you. When the handcuffs come off of you. And or it's like going into a gunfight, okay, or a fight with one hand tied behind your back. Please understand what shorting is. It opens up a whole new financial life for you. Because when anybody buys a stock, what they don't understand, if you've got in a stock, here, give an example. We bought BKR. That's the symbol, BKR. It went up 35%. As soon as our color-coded chart went from red to green, it told us to buy. And then we had our little trend that shows us, okay, we cross-check it. The money is coming in from the institutions. Everything's fine. Okay, pull the trigger. And it went up 35%. Anybody can do that. But the key is, when do you get out of it? That is the key. But even greater than that is, now if it's going down, let's short it. And here's why. So let's say it went up 35%. Now, all stocks in that group will all go up. Now, I'm not saying they're all going up 35%, but let's say they all went up 15, 20%. Maybe I got the best one out of the group. But here's the problem. When you get out of a stock that you made 35% on, and you're going to go look for another stock, that stock's up 15 or 20 or 35%. And this is where people make a mistake. Because if it's just for the sake of argument, let's say you got out of your stock, you made 35%. Let's say there's 12 stocks in the entire stock market, and they all went up 35%, just for simplicity. Went up 35%. Now you get out of one to go in the other, you're overpaying for it. You're overpaying for it. Now, if you got out of a stock that went up 25, 35%, you're getting out because you're assuming it's going to go down. You think it's going to go down, so you're getting out. That's a smart move. But where you go from a smart move to a dumb move, you look for another stock to buy. So all the stock, it's just like a house. Same thing. Think of a house. If you bought a house at $250,000, now the house is $450,000, 10, 15 years later, okay? Or $500,000, whatever. All the other houses went up too. So what are you going to gain? So if you bought a house at $250,000, you sold it for $450,000. Now you're going to go buy another house, and you're going to have to pay $450,000 for another house that once it was $250,000 as well. But you're paying retail now. You can't make money buying retail and selling retail. You can't go to Sears, okay, and buy a suit for $500 and then turn around and put it out on Main Street and try to sell it for $1,000. That's called speculation. Same thing. If you're in a stock that went up 15% and you get out, now you're looking for another stock to buy. That's ridiculous. They're up too. So the idea is to have the freedom. If you think your stock is going to go down, and you're probably right, wouldn't it be nice that you just click a button? That's it. And when it goes down, you're making money. And then if you're making 10, 15, 20% on the way down, you decide you want that profit, what do? You click the button, and it stops the short play, and you made your money. It's easy. Take Groupon. Here we had a short, GRPN, Groupon. Now, and we don't even have to know what the stock is. We just got to make sure it's trading at least 500,000 shares. We don't even have to know what it does. So that stock, what a beautiful short that was. It told us to start shorting. It went from green to red on June 23rd. So from June 23rd, it was at $27, and then we got out. We got out around $25. We had a nice little 7% return with little risk. And then it turned green. We bought it on the way up. It turned green around $24. And now it's at $28 and it's green. That's 16%. Now we're going to know when to sell it because our color-coded chart will turn yellow first to give us an advance warning, even before it turns red. Look, if you just try it for 10 days. You'll see it works, okay? And then every day, remember, at 2 o'clock, what do? We take all our portfolio stocks, and Steve, who's our Director of Education program here, he does a video on every one of our stocks in our portfolio, and he posts it, and it sounds like this. He tells you exactly what to do.
Lowe's, right? Lowe's, we added to this one light yesterday, and
so he goes on and explains to you everything you should do with Lowe's. So if all you did was follow Lowe's when it went up, follow Lowe's when it goes down by shorting it, if that's all you did, think of the difference it would make in your investment, in your life. Or just take the spiders. I mean, you're not going to make money with 401ks. I don't care what you say. You never make money with 401ks because you never get out in time. You also have 27 hidden fees. The fees are horrendous, okay, in 401ks. They weren't designed for you to make money. They're designed for the money, for the company you're working for to make money off of you. And the mutual fund guy and your company are partners, and they give you garbage, okay? They give you garbage because the more garbage they give you, okay, the more money they make. They don't give you a good performing mutual fund, they give you garbage. And that way they can get it for almost nothing. When they have to get a good performing mutual fund, it costs too much. So they don't want those, they just want garbage. Look, our oil went up. Think of all our oils. Our oil stocks, I told everybody, just like I'm telling you now, and you're not listening to me on oil, you're not going to listen to me on gold. I said gold is going to be one of our biggest winners for 2021. It's going to be a huge winner, okay? And be patient, I told my gang members. Same thing with oil. I said be patient with oil. And finally, our oils went up. We had returns on average of 24%. 24%. Again, I'm not saying every gang member made 24%. What I'm saying is the buy signal, the opportunity to make 24% was there for every gang member. All they had to do is click the mouse, for heaven's sakes. But the beautiful thing is we got out of those stocks, okay, right as we were going into Thanksgiving. That Wednesday, we got out, and guess what? All those stocks started to come back down. But we got out in time, and now we're waiting for them to turn red, and we'll short them, make money on the way down. Why would I buy another stock? Join my gang, philsgang.com. It's free. Get the membership, get your color-coded chart, and when you start make money, please think of St. Jude. See you on the chart. Join tonight.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.